game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Commodores will put toe to leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And they're able to get him down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Quarterback keeps it. He's in open space downfield. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to...
There he goes! They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Takes the handoff. It's Grove. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Doors! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Smith wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little extra time. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker out.
Line getting set on second down. Quick completion to the right. He breaks a tackle. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback keeper. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback making adjustments. Smith dropping to pass. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Leaves it with the running back. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming.
Offense facing fourth down.
We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Grove. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He can play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. working that wide receiver screen. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Smith wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Shaw. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Joyner. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Boilermakers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got him. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Smith dropping to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. football with the run. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo. With the catch, it's Sullivan. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Grove. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got a man in the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback gets the 1st down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Boilermakers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think this team knew going into halftime, trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's Grove. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Smith wants to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
On the move to his left. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Now adjusting. On the move, he fires. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to change this route. Smith dropping to pass. Fakes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll get the first down and spot it on the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Back open in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Got his man on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Making side adjustments here. They go to the ground. Hard running there. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Here we go. Football 7. Football 7. Ready. Stand.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 7th play of the drive coming, but they'll need to convert 3rd and 9 to keep it going. Sends it back in motion. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got him downfield. At the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Unleashes one deep. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Looking for more room. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm, He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his big tight end. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
To the air on 2nd down. Steps away. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. And the Boilermakers want to move quickly.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go, here we go. Count. 221 away. 221 away.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw again. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish.
4-1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite. Trick 9.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
The handoff keeps working on that clock. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd down after the run. Looking to throw. The screen, he can go. Turning it on. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Finding an escape route. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Rides the back and leaves it. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put it in a passing situation on 3rd down. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Here's the pressure. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove to